Andor Season 1. Okay, really quick. I love Star Wars. See that original Star Wars poster? And I remember when I was a kid, I checked out Rogue One. I saw the trailers and I wasn't really expecting much. It just looked like an under-budget Star Wars film. And then I watched it and I was like, oh shoot. That was one of the best ones that I've seen yet, right? And up to that point, I believe it was the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, and then Rogue One. And Rogue One takes place between the third film and the fourth one. So episode 3 and episode 4. One of the many dynamic characters in the film was Cassian Andor, one of the leaders of the rebellion. He's cold, won't flinch in a moment of violence, understands what he has to do, and is willing to do the sacrifice necessary to do it. He's a great leader and proved to be a very big inspiration for those under him. I remember when I saw the credits and I saw the name Diego Luna, right? And it sounded like a Mexican name. Later I looked into it and yeah, he's an actor from Mexico, and I just thought that was so amazing. Because up to that point, as a kid, I only knew about Eugenio Derbez, obviously other actors, but I only knew of him really, who had been making it in Hollywood and in different projects. So to see a Mexican actor not play a comedic role, play someone dramatic, gritty in a very big film, that was it, man. Like as a kid, that was awesome. And now we're here, Andor Season 1. Season 1 follows Cassian Andor, the hero of this story. He's played by Diego Luna. The show takes place years before Rogue One. So that leader that you see in Rogue One, that drive to fight as a rebel, it's not there yet. You see seeds of it though. And what Season 1 focuses on is this man's journey, going from someone who's got nothing to do with the rebel army to becoming an impassioned and driven soldier for the rebel army against the empire. And because this takes place after episode 3, the dangers and the stakes are that much higher, right? Who's in control during this time? The empire, the villains of the story. So an aspect of the show that makes it so intriguing is every single fight, and I don't just mean physical, but political, dialogue driven, and overall war is an uphill battle for our heroes, our protagonists. Just take a little pause. Subscribe. Thank you. Hit that bell. Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding. And what that does so well, the writer, Tony Gilroy, he's like the main creator of this. Man, is he a talent. But what he does is that just sets the stage for every single moment a character meets an obstacle, they have to grow. It's a challenge that you have to overcome and go and grow from, right? So you always see these huge mountains of an obstacle. Again, and I don't just mean like, the Star Destroyers and these big physical imposing threats. I also mean politically. Like what you're going to see a lot is these characters throughout the show sacrifice. And what they're willing to sacrifice, what that means to them, and the weight of it. And that's just great script writing. In the background of Cassian's journey, we have huge political moves that are extremely risky. This is as Game of Thrones as Star Wars has gotten. You have these characters, Luthen, Mon Mothma, who put up a front, they put up a face of being a politician, a player for the separatists, for the villains. But behind the scenes, they are anything but that. In their heart, they are a rebel. But to see the sacrifices that they make in their positions, that's just good writing, man. You see that the thing that they give up, which is being their true self and what they really want, is an everyday thing. Every day putting on the mask, every day being someone you're not, every day doing that for the greater good. And continuing to praise the writing, it's rich, man. Great, smart dialogue that demands your attention. And alongside the smart dialogue, we have action set pieces that are more grounded than you've ever seen in Star Wars because of the perspectives that we're getting. These are foot soldiers, basically, for the good guys, right? Most of the action set pieces, maybe a few that are done in space, and those are good, just showing us how quick-witted our characters are, such as Luthen. And you get powerful monologues that will stick with you. I'm thinking Luthen's monologue. If you haven't seen Star Wars, if you've never seen Andor, just look up Luthen's monologue from Andor. Oh my gosh. That's not even giving much spoilers because you understand who Luthen is in the first few episodes. But that monologue, it's amazing. Lines like, I share my dreams with ghosts, and I burn my life for a sunrise I know I'll never see. That's amazing. The best writing feels poetic, and it's rare in cinema, it's rare in TV show for it to feel like that. And the best writing in Andor does touch that. It gets poetic. And I think the best example of that is Luthen's monologue from One Way Out. Diego Luna masters the art of stillness, being this character who hides his heart in his sleeve, who carries his guilt, this shame, because he's done terrible things in the past, and also for actions that aren't even his fault. You know, there's something that has to do with his family throughout the season. Him seeking closure of that event. I mean, this guy's a tragic character. So much has been taken from him from such a young age. And Diego Luna's acting of this hardness, of this soldier. Yeah, man, it's great. Just take a little pause. Subscribe. And moments that present themselves as the most emotional are done really well. They're delivered really well. I'm thinking the daughter of Ferric scene, it hit hard. That was smart editing, which is used throughout the show. When you're listening to all the bad news Cassian is getting, and then we cut to his face and he looks just quietly defeated. I think that's what Diego Luna does really well. He portrays his character like someone realistic. Like, obviously this is in the Star Wars world, right? But his reactions make sense and they feel real. I mean, his performance got what, an Emmy nominated. So justified. I really loved it. His character arc from the first 3 episodes showing how valuable Cassian is without really having that heart, that wanting to be a rebel, right? To the next 3 showing him with a group of rebels. They already have this mentality, and one specifically has this strong passion of freedom, of being away from the Empire and putting up that fight. Here, Cassian sees what people are willing to sacrifice and for what. And I think that was important for him to get that perspective. And the next arc in the prison, Cassian sees just how deep the corruption of the Empire is. I mean, this is someone who's avoided the fight his whole life. And it's just one of those things where from a first person perspective, he's been shown you just can't avoid it. And now you just shouldn't. Characters like Kino in that arc, Andy Serkis bringing in a very powerful performance as this leader in the prison of the floor. I think one of the best plot twists and so smartly written was what was happening in the prison, Olaf's fate, and Kino's change. Such a good character. And what Andor does really well as a show is writing the tragedy. I'm also a fan of the way it's been shot, the cinematography. It's like I said, it's gritty. It feels gritty. Wherever Andor walks, it's usually like a rundown, dirty atmosphere, like a dirty setting. And you feel it through the camera and through the lighting. It's great. It has such a style to it. I'm a big fan of that. Man, I can't stop talking about the show. I'm sorry. It's just really that good, man. I think after episode 6 and on, the show was like boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka boom. Like, it just did not stop with the flow. Hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. Like, it wouldn't stop, right? Before that, I think the highlight and the standout was episode 3. And from episode 1 through 5, I think the show was still finding itself writing wise. There were some things that slowed things down too much, but it planted the seeds well, introduced characters well. It's just that episode 6 and onward are on a whole nother level for me. If you don't like Star Wars, but you like character writing, monologues, and overall you just appreciate good dialogue, I recommend this one, man. I really do. And the great thing about the show is you don't have to have had seen anything else Star Wars related. Just jump into this journey and Andor will take you on for a ride. Andor is a strong A for me. Yeah, this is some of the best writing you're gonna see nowadays. And I don't just mean Star Wars, man. Like, in the Star Wars universe, this is up there with as strong as writing as Empire Strikes Back for me. But compared to other projects, other things, this is really good. Alright, Andor is rated TV-14. There are some heterosexual kissing, but it's rare. Maybe a shot early on in the series with a woman and man waking up next to each other and on bed. As far as violence and gore, there's some shootings, some space battles. This is Star Wars, man. War, electrocutions, a torture scene. And I think, you know, this is kudos to the show. What it does really well, without showing, it implies the dark actions that the Empire has done, and some of that information can be disturbing. As far as profanity, I would say it's moderate level. There's some bad words here and there, but it's tame. Some alcohol, and overall the show has a dark tone, always reminding us that the Empire has its hand on the shoulder of the heroes, right? It's very dark at times. But this is my type of show. Highly recommend you guys check it out. I'm gonna go check out season 2. So yeah, let me know what you thought about season 1. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know, man. Alright, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.